Hey folks, Thomas here. In today's video, we're exploring the beautiful North Shore of Prince Edward Island, and today we're at Tracadie Beach. When you first arrive at Tracadie Beach, this is where you'll find yourself, and what you want to do is just want to walk right over there. That's where all the good stuff is. Here's some beechwood right here. You can find this all over the place. It's all dried up and worn down. This is really great to build a campfire out of, as long as you're allowed to have a campfire wherever you're at. And it also looks really nice out in the yard and the garden. Makes really nice decorations. It just looks really pretty as well too. It looks really cool. I love the way it looks. It's all sort of worn down. It's all weathered. It looks really cool. Yeah, look at that piece right there. That's a really good piece. Nice. Oh yeah, look at that one. That one looks like it was in a fire. Yeah. All kinds of cool little pieces. Look at that one back there too. Here's some marron grass. And this is a really, really beautiful area of it. There's all kinds of it here. And you can find this all along the shorelines of Prince Edward Island. And it's really, really beautiful. But it's really fragile. You got to be careful around it because you can easily trample it. And it's really important to the wildlife around here. Lots of birds and different animals, they nest in the marron grass. And you want to be really careful that you don't, accidentally harm where they live. So it's beautiful. And we like to appreciate it from afar. This is where the high water mark is, and I can tell because of all this seaweed here. See, whenever it's high tide, the water washes the seaweed up here, and then and when you look down the beach, you look for it forms a line, and then you can tell wherever the high water mark is. So whenever you want to put down your beach blanket or your towel or whatever it is, you want to make sure that you put it on the opposite side of the high water mark. You don't want to put it on that part because then when the high tide comes in, it'll wash all your stuff away, unfortunately. Hey, Henry. How's it going? You having fun? Yeah. Here's a clamshell. It's empty. There's lots and lots of them on the beach here. Birds eat them. All kinds of animals come along, and I think people dig them up and eat them too. But yeah, there's no shortage of them. There's all kinds of them all over the beach here. That's one of the coolest things about PEI beaches is there's all kinds of clams and shellfish, and for the most part, you can just kind of dig them up and cook them up and eat them right there. There's a few that you're not allowed to do that with, and there are still plenty that you're allowed to do that with, and you can have yourself a pretty good feed. This is a spot where the sand is really sort of mushy here. It's sort of in between where the dry sand is and where the high tide mark is. And it's really fun to squish your feet in the sand here. We finally made it to this big giant dune that's on the opposite side of Tracadie Beach. And it has this really, really beautiful sand here. It's really nice and soft, and this is probably the most common sand that you find along the north shore of Prince Edward Island. It's sort of this really, well, sandy color, honestly. It's like sort of like a nice tan color. And there's a bunch of different kinds of sand on Prince Edward Island. It's different from the sand that you find up east in, say, Basin Head, which is more of a white type of sand up in the Surrey, Basin Head area. This is more of like what you find in the central north shore of Prince Edward Island. It's more like this brownish sort of tan color. And this is really, 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 really nice. It's not too coarse, it's not too fine. It's really nice and soft. When you dig down a few inches, you get to this really nice moist sand. And this is the stuff that's really great for building sand castles out of. Really nice. Yeah. Sand. Well, folks, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.